me ask you a question. When was the last time that you were really inspired to create something? When were you truly on fire with an idea that had a burning energy to become a reality? If it's been a while, then you probably lost touch with what it feels like to be inspired to create. So I've been interested in the subject of creativity for a very long time now, and without wishing to try to explain the mystery of creativity away, I don't think anybody can, I'd like to have a look at the process involved in what we think is going on when we create something. So I hope that this little film will be a way for you to get reconnected with the power of your own inspiration. We're going to look at some steps that you can take from right where you are now that will enable you to become inspired to create. Now, I believe all great things have been accomplished initially through inspiration that have led to creativity. Inspired people motivate others. So in that sense, inspiration and creativity is an important aspect of leadership. We're going to look at inspiration that opens up really two doors. The first of which is that inspiration that can lead to creativity can lead to a project-based lifestyle. And that, to me at least, is true freedom. And secondly, inspiration that leads you to create something that will inspire somebody else to create. And that transmits the positive energy of creativity. And I think that's a good thing. So what is inspiration? Inspiration can be defined as an animating action or influence. An animating action means that something is happening. There's an action of some kind, there's a doing of some kind. And that's the key to creating anything. So creativity can stay as creativity, but at some point you have to create, and that is an action. You have to do something. To be inspired, to be in spirit, what does that mean? Well, to me, it means an alignment in body and mind and in emotion with the creative intelligence of the universe, the dynamic impulse that is within the cosmos to evolve the new, the innovative, the novel, the revolutionary. The highest level of inspiration is probably love. When you love something or somebody, you certainly feel inspired. You feel tremendous amounts of energy. You feel bliss. You're intuitive. Your imagination goes wild. You're inventive. You're very, very, very focused on the thing that you love. And you are motivated to act. In fact, you do things you wouldn't ordinarily do. In fact, you're prepared to suffer. This power of love, this power of inspiration. You're prepared to suffer because when you're in love, you are passionate. And passion means to suffer. And you certainly do sometimes when you're in love. But in spite of that, you still act at many times, many degrees of power beyond what you normally do. So, if you can relate to love, and we all can, you can reconnect to inspiration. You know, there's something I really love, and I want to reconnect with. It's an espresso. So I want to make one right now. That's good. So, if you find yourself not inspired, and of course at times, for long periods of time, we can not be inspired, what to do? Well, you know, the thing I found most useful to reconnect to the power of inspiration is simply to return to the things that you enjoy. Return to the things that you are interested in and that have some kind of dynamic activity connected with them. Let's say, for example, you used to love to cook and you haven't cooked anything for a long time. Get back into the kitchen and make something. By doing this, you'll reconnect yourself with that loop, which I'm going to kind of go into a little bit more deeper later on, of the way in which the energy from inspiration comes in through different channels. And if you do that, then you'll get reconnected with this idea of being inspired, of looking at a recipe, of getting all the produce that you need, and then putting it all together. And then of course you can entertain someone with a fine meal. Once you begin to do that, the next thing is, once you've connected with an interest that you have had and haven't really indulged yourself in for a long time, the next most important thing to do is to find someone doing that same activity at a very high professional level of skill. Now, if it's cooking, you might want to look at one of the celebrity chefs on TV, Jamie Oliver or someone like that, get his book, watch his videos, and just get into the energy of how he goes about doing what he loves, doing his passion. That way then you kind of step yourself up to another level of inspiration. Somebody else's creativity is inspiring you. Once you're plugged into that, you're reconnected. At that point then you can begin to spread your wings, flap your wings, and then head in a different direction because you're inspired. At that point, you feel like you can do anything because you've tasted it. At that point then you can venture into the unknown. You can begin to work on something new. And that really is the exciting part, which we're going to come to right now.